Good morning, everyone. Welcome to DoMoreLife, and welcome to a video that we will discuss. We'll discuss the status of Thailand in terms of visas and visa amnesty, and we're going to discuss options about how to stay in Thailand. We're going to talk about whether or not they're going to have another meeting to discuss this. And we're also going to talk about my Thai girlfriend or lack thereof. I'm going to save that one for the end of the video because I think that's going to be y'all tried to tell me, but I didn't want to listen, that kind of thing. Tassie says Thai girlfriend. Yeah. I've had on and off one for about, I guess it's been about a year and 3 or 4 months. So I don't know. I'm going to explain it all at the end of the video. Cody says, my homie Robert walks in the room wearing nothing but hammer pants, and 3 bras. I don't know what you're talking about, Cody. It's okay. So here's what I've found for you guys in terms of, I'm not going to read it directly from like I normally do. I'm just because I've been following the Thai amnesty and whether or not they're going to extend it. You know, a lot of people are saying, no, Ty, I'm going to come to Pattaya pretty soon anyway. I'll talk to you about that offline. Remember, on the weekends, guys, we have $100 weekends that we try to shoot for, which allows me to travel. And that's pretty much what I'm waiting on Ty to be able to come to Pattaya. These guys decide whether or not they want to PayPal in $100 over the weekend. And in theory, to make the trip to Pattaya right now, I need $148 US dollars. So that's what that's what we do. We used to have guys on here that started challenges and all that stuff, but I don't make it out to start challenges anymore because AdSense plummeted so bad. I just say, hey, if we can make $100 a weekend, I'm happy on PayPal. So with that being said, the amnesty, here's the latest word on the amnesty, okay? The latest word that I heard this morning, I watched a video on Integrity Legal. And on that video, he told me, or he told us, I don't know if I'm doing Friday or Saturday and Pat yet, Cody. It depends on, it all depends on PayPal. So, I don't know. It's a good question. We have a 4-day weekend next weekend, and I'm looking to go somewhere. So, hopefully, but I don't know. The amnesty, to sum up the amnesty like this, and Ty's in here, I'm sure that Ty-tastic knows more about this than I do, but it's my understanding that there has been the announcement was made back in March that it would end July 31st, and that's what they were going to stick with it. So what they did was there's so many people wanting to transfer, get a different type of visa so they can stay in Thailand a little bit longer. This new medical, I don't know if it's new, but this medical visa seems to be an option for those people. Tourist visa might be an option for others, depending on how long you had stayed in the country before the amnesty kicked in. That could be an option. But the last thing I heard was they're weighing it out. They've sent a proposal to, I believe, the cabinet or either that or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, one of the two. And basically, they're just going to discuss it. They're going to discuss it, and maybe we'll get an announcement. But I think now I know that people are going to most likely want to stay in Thailand as much as possible. But they also have an operation called Get Out. Thailand does. So they want to clear all the tourists out and kind of start fresh, I guess. I don't know. Cody says, I'm planning on next March now instead of November, not because of travel, but travel from here. I understand. Andrew, hello. Good morning to you, sir. Very good morning. Very good morning. We got 30 people watching and 2 thumbs up. Can I get some thumbs up on here? Can I get some thumbs up? Mike says, for the entrepreneurs that are part of your channel, look into the smart. That's true. The smart visas. Those are all the high skilled, specifically skilled, high tech stuff that you can do. I looked at it before, but I'm dumb enough. I don't qualify for any of them. So I'm not looking at it anymore. But the last I heard, there's going to be the proposal was sent, and then they're going to let people know, I would presume, in a couple of days. The lawyer that I saw on video today also said that if he were an expat and he were over here and was, kind of fluctuating in between whether or not he should stay or go, he said he would definitely have all of his things together, because if they do it just like if Thai immigration does it just like they do every other visa, once your date comes up, once July 31st comes up, you got to go on that day, because if you stay. Sometimes, if you stay an extra day, they might waive the 500 baht. And what's up, Roger? What's up, Roger? What's up? Good to see you, my brother. Glad you are in the house. And yes, thumbs up definitely are a good thing. Hey, Addie, good to see you too. But I feel like that. There's just going to be, it's going to be, these are items that could be handled, proactively. I mean, something could be, something could have been announced at the beginning of this month to give everybody enough time to make sure that they know. But at the same time, you look at the government's announcement, and it already said July 31st. So for me, if I'm thinking, I'm one of those guys, most of you probably haven't been around me enough to know that I'm one of those guys that make sure that when it comes to just about everything, but definitely when it comes to immigration and being legal in a country or in a situation, something like that, no matter what, I am always going to have my I's dotted and T's crossed, and it's not going to be there's going to be no question of whether or not I am I am here legally or not. Robert, I typed this message about 18 minutes ago, and I just hit enter. I don't think it's coming through. In fact, I think we're suffering from a lot of lag right here. I don't know, because I don't see a lot of comments being typed, and I haven't seen anything on Messenger, so maybe not. I don't know. But I like Roger's back. Thumbs up. Good job. Any questions about the amnesty or what visa you could change to if anybody's over here and wants to know about their options? Because it's looking like they're going to do the most common visa that you will see is going to be the medical visa, and all that really means is you're going to be here getting treated for something as long as your condition and the Thai government say you can stay. So it's probably not a bad idea to to think that one through. Look it up. I believe that visa has been around for a while, so you can look it up and see what it all it entails, and hopefully that would be a go getter for you. That would be a visa and a way for you to stay in Thailand if you want to, because as we found out with this one thing happening in Rayong, we're not, Thailand's just taking this so seriously, and it's good. I mean, it's great. A lot of safety measures have been put in place, and with Thailand taking this route, it's more and more unlikely that you're going to see tourism open back up here in Thailand anytime in the near future. Now, as sure as I say that, they'll probably do some kind of sweep and open up about everything. All right, somebody type something in the live chat, and somebody either message me or tell me, are we stuck, or because there's nobody commenting in the feed. There we go. Okay, it's up now. Good Lord, I missed a lot. Sorry. Gordon, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Let me catch everybody real quick. Man, I forgot about that. Mike says the temporary visa extension center, while a bit difficult to find the first time, was very efficient and easy. Steps for 90-day report, visa extension, etc. Extend. Yeah, if you've already got a visa that has an extension capability to it, extend it. Yeah, if you can, do it. Absolutely. If you want to stay here, that is. Addie says, I overstayed back in 2005 for a week. Big mistake and big fine at Bangkok airport. Lesson learned, got banned for 2 years. Yeah. The blacklisting will be a problem, and the daily amount will be a problem too. That's what the amnesty is. It's not, there's a difference in amnesty and visa exemption, because right now, technically, everybody that is on a visa that expired, when they made the March 26th announcement that expired after that, you're technically on overstay, but the amnesty forgives the overstay. So you don't have to worry about it. But if you overstay, it's 500 baht a day with a 20,000 baht cap. And depending on how long you stay, whether it be or overstay, whether it be 90 days, 3 months, whatever the case may be, your blacklisting will be according to that. There's Roger saying hello. I missed everything. Hey, Jonathan, good to see you, man. Would dental work qualify under medical? It should, Roger. It definitely should. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on how the medical visa works exactly, but I know that if you have medical issues, that I think that visa was created to draw in cosmetic work and that kind of thing. So sure, it should work for dental. You can always check Thai visa just to be sure. Prep for it says, hi, Jeremy Mods in chat. Hello to you, Prep for it. David says, what good is a medical visa if you're required to be in the hospital? That's not exactly how I enjoy spending my time in Thailand. Nobody said you had to be in the hospital. Nobody said you had to be in the hospital. You just have to be under a doctor's care for some condition. Ty says he's back. Robert says hello. Mike says Roger McGee, yes, dental. Just get a letter from doctor for application. Good, very good. Ty says volunteer visa is selling well. It provides multiple entry as well and lasts 12 months. I didn't know that. I didn't know the volunteer visa was still selling well, because they had put we don't like volunteer visas anymore. I think that rolled into the education visa more. where people were not liking the Thai immigration was not very happy with the way the education visa was being handled. But yes, volunteer visas are awesome. Just don't forget with the volunteer visa, whatever company you're going to volunteer with, make sure you get a work permit. I think 5,000 baht. Yes, that's 1,900 for the visa and 3,100 for the work permit. That's correct. Prep for it says, hi. Roy says, if borders stay closed and only a few expensive flights, there will be a lot of people with problems unless the Thai government doesn't have a plan. I don't know what the Thai government has like planned and what they don't have planned. What I can tell you from my experience is sometimes those plans that they have don't always make it through. So they change a lot. Plans when you travel from in and around Thailand are always subject to change a great deal. I'm not really sure why, but they do that. So like I'm gonna leave that topic for a second so I can talk about this girlfriend thing. But message me, Pat. 10-4. Got you, Ty. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. So before I move on to the girlfriend thing, I just want to say that if you're an expat and you're here and you're worried about whether or not you're going to be able to stay, make sure you have everything set so that you can either go home or go to a different country. That would be my personal. That's what I would do. But definitely that's something I would do. So make sure you got all your I's dotted, T's crossed, and you're ready one way or the other. That for some reason, the people that talk to immigration still seem to think that this thing is going to be over on July 31st, and you're going to have to extend or fly out. Again, with the whole fly out thing, I don't understand exactly how they're going to do that, but that's what they say. Ken, what's up, man? Hope everything's good. Yeah, everything's good. Hope you're doing well. Girlfriend. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I'm going to catch you up and tell you the short version of a very long story that I should have listened to a lot of people about, and I didn't. So I met a girl well over a year ago, about a year and 3 months or whatever. And wonderful girl, Thai girl, wonderful, wonderful girl, still is wonderful girl. And she was a professional masseuse, like seriously, professional masseuse. MedTech, what's up, man? Good evening to you, sir. So I met her, and I basically kind of made myself. She was a professional masseuse at one of the professional places in Pattaya. So I would go. This was back when I was living in Rayong. So Pattaya was just an hour and a half on my motorbike, and bam, I was there. Had my motorbike. It was great. I can't do that unfortunately on my here in Bangkok, but it was great. And I met her there, and I went back like 9 weekends in a row. I shouldn't have, but I did. I went back like 9 times in a row. And finally, on like the 8th or 9th week, we understand there's a little something going on here. And so she let me come over a few times after that, and we saw each other a few times after that. And then she calls me one day, and she doesn't call me. She sends me a text message that says, "I'm going out of the country to work for 2 months. I'll be back. I'm trying to go make some money." And I was like, "All right, sounds cool. You know, I mean, who am I to hold up people making money?" So she did. She left for 2 months, and but she didn't come back, and she went to another country, and I didn't know it at the time, but she had went to the other country before I mean, she had come from the country she was working in back into Thailand, and then went to another country before she contacted me. So she came here to Thailand, didn't even call, didn't say hey or anything, and I was like, well, it's probably over then. So she works in that country for about 2.5 or 3 months. Comes back to Thailand and says, "Hey, babe, I'm back. How are you? When are you coming to see me?" Like nothing happened. And I'm just thinking to myself that this is crazy. But anyway, the person that I am, I don't mind people making mistakes, and I thought that she was just different, is what I was thinking. There, that thing goes again. Is there anybody typing anything in the side chat, because it's not moving? Or maybe you all are just listening. I don't know. Anyway, I took her word for it, and we've kind of been seeing each other off and on for the last period of time that she's been here. And last week, this is where it all goes downhill. Last week, I finally. Okay, cool. Everybody's listening. Gotcha. CA, what's up, man? What's her name? Why would I say her name on YouTube? Sorry, man. Okay, cool. As long as you guys are still here, that's all that matters. So I got the message earlier this week. Like last week, my girlfriend got a new phone, and now not hear from her for days. Yeah, this is that kind of the same thing happens. Why not, Zelda? It's funny. Sorry to hear about the downhill part. Don't be sorry, Prep, for it. It's just moving things out of my way that don't need to be there. It's no problem. Anyway, so after all this time, she's like, I'm going to, this was back before March, before chaos. And I was going to see her about every weekend. I was keeping up my rolling sessions, going to Pattaya, because I spent a lot of time in Pattaya over the course of the 2 years I've been here. Lots of weekends, lots of dates, and lots of vacations. But the reason that this one is now a fit, I have to say it's official, is because I got the sick buffalo call this week. Finally happened. To the tune of 20,000 baht. And I was told what the money was for. It was not a sick buffalo. I use sick buffalo as a joke. It was actually something that was 100% believable. And she showed me the paperwork on it, so I know that it's legit. But the problem is, I don't have 20,000 baht. And when I explained that to her, see, here's what gets everything. Here's what gets me about this relationship. She could have told me a long time ago, back when I had money, that that she was going through this problem and had this rolling agenda, and she could stop it all with X amount of money, but she kept telling me she wouldn't move in with me or move anywhere I was because of the she had to make a certain amount of money in a year and blah blah blah. Patrick, what's up, man? Good to see you. She had to make all this money, and therefore she stayed in Pattaya and worked at two professional massage places there. So I was shocked to get that message. Let me catch up the comments real quick. Addie says, I had a girlfriend in Johnson for a few weeks in February. Then she showed me her passport. She explained she was a professional, but I dumped her quick, beautiful, but her anger was bad. That's good. Attitude says a lot. Kiwi teacher, Buffalo girls. That happens, man. It happens. Good morning to you again, Patrick. I can't remember if I said that. CA says, I'm at I'm not even going to read that. Robert Marlowe says, this is what happens when the little head does the thinking for you. No, it's not, because I didn't lose anything. I didn't lose anything. I never paid for much of anything with her, and certainly not for the reasons you're thinking. She wasn't a happy ending girl, never. And but I did hang on to it a little bit too long. I'm in a new culture, and for all I know, that's just the way she is. Like, that's just her culture. That's not calling somebody for 3 to 5 days may be normal to her. I don't know. David says, dude, I don't care how convincing it sounded. It was a sick buffalo story. Do you so-called girlfriends can win Academy Awards with their acting ability? That's 100% accurate. That last part. And David, here's the thing. Maybe it was a buffalo. Maybe it was a sick buffalo. I don't know. But she showed me that she had a reason for 20,000 baht, and she was planning on working for the rest of this year, but she couldn't work as a masseuse. Like, she's been out of work the whole time, so she didn't get to accomplish her goals, and I think that really bothered her. And yeah, I finally got that message this week. And after, personally, I believe her. But after the initial contact was made for, I need the 20,000 baht, it went from I told her I just didn't have it right now. I didn't. And I don't know that I would have given it to her even if I did. But one thing I noticed was when I told her I didn't, she kept like ignoring me because I would text her and ask, just being a nice guy. I would text her and say, "Are you okay? Have you found a way to get some help?" That kind of thing. And then the replies stopped. The good morning stopped. The hello, how's it going? All that stuff stopped. And you have your classic case of that's why I never really. It was easy to walk away because I never really got to spend a whole lot of time with her. I mean, not over the course, like we never got to spend a week together or somewhere or whatever the case may be. And I don't feel like I got used because she never asked me for money ever until that day. And I never paid really anything other than we went out on her lunch break, which is like 8 o'clock at night. We would go out and get some food or something, but that's it. So maybe it's legit, maybe it's not. I don't know. What I do know is I ain't paying no 20,000 baht, and if what she said is true about how she feels about me, she'll be there anyway. Because when people, I say this all the time, when people start asking for money, especially when people start asking for money, you find out whether you were a part of their life for a reason or a season, right? So if she wants me to be in her life, she'll stick around anyway. But if she doesn't, if she acts like she doesn't, I will believe her. Because when people act like they don't want you in their life, believe them. It's just good practice, I think, man. It's very difficult to find the right person, even in Thailand. That's true, Matt Tech. Very true. See, it says attachment is suffering. It can be. Ken Butler says that's happened to me. Kept being told I didn't understand the culture. I've ran through the whole I don't understand the culture thing either, Ken. So I'm not exactly sure. Kind of what happened. She's of a very different mindset than I am, like especially when it comes to relationships. It is what it is. The good news is, for those of you that watched the live stream where I talked about meeting the girl that I was buying shirts from, I'm going back to that place today. So, but I'm not going back looking for her because she turned out to be not happening. She wanted to have a baby immediately, and I was like, nope. I wish I was a handsome man, says CA. He says sometimes girls mean do less life. That's always a possibility, man. Addie says it's all a game in their minds, in my humble opinion. I would say that is a 100% accurate statement, particularly in Southeast Asia. I've noticed that in the Philippines, Thailand, it's a whole different atmosphere. Like it's a whole different realm of thinking and culturism that's just it's prevalent over here. It's like it's like the girls understand that you think they're just with you for the money, and but at the same time they try to convince you that they're not, and you either fall for it or you don't. And lucky for me, I never really dove in deep. Never really spent. Like I said, I didn't really spend money on her. That was it. Addie says, "Yep, Daddy Bob, what's up, man? You're too smart to be sucked in, Jeremy." I feel like I didn't get sucked in. Because the days that we didn't talk and that kind of thing, when she was out of Thailand, when she spent the time out of Thailand, and we didn't talk. Excuse me, guys, I'm gonna get a drink. But I didn't like I missed her a little bit, but I didn't go crazy or was worried about her breaking my heart or anything like that. I didn't I wasn't worried about that at all because I just didn't have it there. Jason says, good, you didn't lose any more time on her. That's right. I kept it very, very it was what it was when it was, and that's the way it was. That's it. Jonathan says, I've gotten the sick buffalo from a couple girls I spent time with earlier this year, and you'll get it. The thing that frustrated me the most about this was I always knew that something was going on, or that there was something in the background that because she didn't tell me a lot about herself ever. And people, when they, when they don't talk at all about themselves when you meet them, especially if they're, if it's male, female, or if it's somebody you're interested in having a relationship with, it's weird if they don't tell you anything about themselves. Eddie says, when they ask for money online app, then I block. That's not a bad idea. Hey, Charles, good morning. Good to see you. CA says, I think Jeremy should read up on some basic Buddhist doctrine. They are loving people, but it's different. Yeah, I have no problem agreeing with that. Heartled said, no relationship is ever for free except in your mind. That's a statement that is completely accurate. You're going to lose something somewhere, or spend something somewhere at some point in time. Heartled, I agree 100%. Carl says, hey, Jeremy, you need to listen to Better Bachelor or Coach Greg Adams. I'll check it out. Mike says, when a relationship ended with me tilting my head sideways like a puppy, I'd review what behaviors I was engaging in to attract that type of person. Should I change anything about me? Exactly. And that was always the first place that I went, because I'm taught to do that, is to see. But when anything happens, anything that's has a negative impact on myself or other people, I always look at myself first. What part did I play in it? What, is there things that I could have done differently that would have worked? Are there things that I could have done differently that wouldn't work? Like, you take the lesson and you learn from it, and then you put whatever you learn from it on that stack of building blocks, which ultimately becomes your character, which is derived from your level of integrity. So yeah, I thought about that a few times, and I never did the whole "you're my girlfriend, you're coming," that I never did that. She knew where we stood pretty much. Charles said, super excited. We have a well-known YouTuber coming to stay today. Awesome, man. That's good. Carl says, she's never yours. She's just your turn. That goes to a lot of girls. Yeah. And this one could be, that's why it's so difficult on me, because this one is like, could have been awesome. But it's not. And she had not earned the right, in my opinion, to ask me for 20,000 baht. No. Addie says, I'm stuck because I'm with my Pakistani girlfriend in Oz, but still moving back to Thailand because it's paradise. So up to her if she wants to move back to Thailand with me, because I can't stand Australia. I hear you, buddy. Thomas Travers says, I could tell it kind of caught you off guard just by the way you're talking today. I've been there, bro. Yeah, man. It did. It caught me off guard. It really did. It happened on today is Saturday morning here, so it happened on Thursday night here. So about 36 hours ago, I would say 36 or 50. I don't know. It hadn't been long, and I'm still processing what happened, but at least I know now that she's capable of doing something like that. Thomas, I read his. Jason says you can celebrate tonight with a pad thai piece. I don't know what that last word is. MedTech says, I second. Better Bachelor, great advice, even if I don't follow it. Gordon says, my new girlfriend is Canadian. I had almost forgotten what real love is. I'm in a relationship that's equal and mutually beneficial. That if I ever find that relationship, I'll stay in it forever, Gordon, because I've never been able to find that one. Addie says, I will never ever date a woman from the West again. Done with it years ago. I don't know that I would never. I'm going to say never ever because I don't know what my choices are going to be. But I do know that I personally have no desire to date Western women in general, like just in general. If I meet a Western girl when I go back to America, or or if she happens to come over here, that may be a different story. I can tell you now, there are a couple of there's one Western girl that I could probably see myself marrying, and at some point in my life. She's just that good of a human being. Andrew says you didn't get sucked into anything. It's just all part of getting to know someone. I agree, Andrew. Thank you, man. That's pretty much what happened to me. And I was, I wasn't like, even when she came out with it, when I saw the thing, says, she had money, but it wasn't enough. And I knew she was getting ready to ask me for money. So I was prepared for whatever was coming down the pipe. Now, I thought it would be like, I need 2,000 baht here or 1,500 baht here, which honestly, right now, I couldn't give out if I wanted to. But when the 20,000 baht dropped, I was lost, to be honest with you. Mr. Sammy Buka, Canadian, 10 years in Indonesia, married a horrible woman, divorced her, and took custody of our 2 kids as an expat. Remarried to a great lady who makes a ton more than I do, and everything is great. Good, man. That's awesome. Good ones are out there. I agree. This is just one. This is my own personal experience, and I see, in terms of YouTube, when I share my personal experiences, whether it be in videos or on live chats, I tend to get a lot more engagement because people identify with certain things, and then people want to comment on my behavior and the other people's behavior. So it is what it is. But I'm very happy to hear that you are doing well with your second relationship. CA says pool parties are good for girl watching. That's I wouldn't disagree. Jason says clarify this to everyone, please. Message girls do not. No, that is not my experience, Jason. It's not my experience. Your experience, yes. But not mine, because I mean, she would still throw a massage down every once in a while. But most of the time they don't, because if you think about it, when they work all day and all night in some of these places, and all they've done is work with their hands and their shoulders and legs. Once they've done all that work for so long, they really don't want to come home and keep going, which I can't blame them. I never have. Cal says, you had a Thai girlfriend. Yes, I haven't watched you in a while. I had an on and off again girlfriend. It's a complex. Cal, you probably just didn't catch a live stream where I talked about it, or didn't catch a video and all that stuff. So Addie says, Jason, 3-day rule applies to let go. Life is for fun. I did a video on that, and I said 1-date rule, but the 3-day rule is sufficient in my opinion. I think 3 days you'll learn enough to know whether you want to continue that kind of relationship or not. One of the most important things for me is understanding, this girl has goals in life, which I was attracted to because um, I don't find many women that are attracted to me and have goals in life. Like that's just something that I have to, or I find girls that are so independent that I always kind of feel like I'm just a air in the background, one of the two. So I had to learn to kind of overcome that. And with her, I was fine because she was gone most of the time. We didn't message every day. We never messaged like every single day. There would be months that would go by that I didn't hear from her at all. There was 2 month period and a couple of weeks that I didn't hear from her at all. Addie says, wait, Mike says, like wait, did I missed that? Car says you really, really need to listen to Better Bachelor. Red Pill, Men's Health, True Story, Sandman, thank you. I will check it out, buddy. I really will. Better Bachelor. You know it. Mike says, like my mom always said, it's just as easy to fall in love with a rich girl. That's so true. That's true. Eddie says pool parties and job team are so much fun. Hey, people watching. I like that. Carl K highly recommend humans. She can't love like that. It'll open your eyes. It's female biology over tens of thousands of years. Women don't love unconditionally, and those are ever changing. That's really interesting. That's a good comment, Carl. Because she can't love you like that. I have to look that up and read it and check it out and see what really motivates women to do certain things. It's really good. And I learned. I love to learn, so that's not a problem either. I think I missed the comment. Hang on. Oh no, I didn't. MedTech says, Mike, I don't think I could fall in love with a rich girl. I would be terrified that people would say that was a leech. Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah. I know what you meant, that you were the leech. That would probably I'd probably feel the same way about that for sure. Eddie says 3 years back in Australia, only 5 months to go, and all hard work has paid off in retirement mode big time. Eddie says back in Thailand by December 2020 or January 2021. I hope so. You just need to meet the right girl, says Harewood and Andy John. Mike is talking to MedTech and he says it's just money. What people might say about is none of my business. Oh yeah, what people say about me is none of my business. I agree 100%. As long as I don't hear it, I'm usually no problem with it. So, with that being said, we got some visa amnesty stuff answered. Mike has got a video. Mike's channel is Live My Ass Off right there. That's Mike. So you can go over to his channel. He's got if you don't know where to go to this place, I believe his last video that he put out, or one of his last videos, he puts out a lot of videos. But one of his last videos shows you how to get there directly so you can find it. It shouldn't be a problem at all with you guys getting there. So I encourage you to watch Mike. Also watch Mike's other stuff too. Very intellectual and very helpful dude. So the girlfriend thing that I've been back and forth over for so long is now over. But I have a whole nother subject I want to talk to you about if you're interested in sticking around. That is working in Thailand. I went back to work on a full schedule Monday of this week. By Wednesday of this week, I was completely spent energy wise. By Friday, yesterday, I had to challenge myself to get up this morning and get out of bed. So I want all of you to know that ever think about working in Thailand, that these jobs over here are just like jobs in the Western society or other societies. You're going to work. I mean, you're going to do physical or mental labor, whatever they have you doing. As you guys know, I'm a teacher, and I have six classes a day, Monday through Wednesday, and I finish off the week with a 5 and a 4. But those six classes, 3 in the morning. So when you clock in, you got about 40 minutes or so to get ready for your first class, and then it's nonstop until lunchtime, and then you have about a little over about an hour and 10 minutes for lunch, and then after lunch, you're working until 4. You're back down teaching again until 4. So it's it's a little more stressful than what you would think. And just like this travel situation, a lot of people are getting, and schools over here right now are getting anxious. And that's what I was going to say about the travel situation being a lot of people are anxious. And I've always said, don't get anxious, get prepared, because preparation is the solution to anxiety, in my opinion. That's why all the people that are up for the amnesty ending should have it plan A, B, and C. I would hope, but be careful. Let's see. Looks like Mike got a new subscriber. That's good. He says he puts out a lot of videos from the machine that put out one video a day for like 3 weeks. Well, you did for a time anyway. Yeah, and 6 classes a day. I did 2 classes a day, and that was hard work. I 6 classes a day, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So there's no break. I mean, there's lunchtime, but you don't really have a break to do anything between classes or anything. It's hard work, and I'm very happy to have that hard working job. Don't get me wrong, super excited and very, very happy to have that job. But at the same time, I just want you guys to know that if you come over here to work, expect to work. You're going to work from pretty much sun up to sun down, depending on the job that you get. Most teachers work 7:30 to 4:30. Most teachers work 7:30 to 4:30. Those will be typical hours if you were in a government school. What's up? Are you experienced, my man? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Fabe says, JC, hope all is well. I am late tonight. That's okay, Fabe. No worries, man. We've had a good talk. We talked about the situation in Thailand with visa amnesty and the information I can provide for you on that. We talked about the sort of on again, off again girlfriend I've had that finally broke down and had the sick buffalo. No, I no longer are you experienced. I no longer have I no longer have the on again, off again Thai girlfriend. She pulled a 20,000 baht sick buffalo on me. She didn't say sick buffalo, but you get the point. So it was time to X that, let it go. It was interesting. Yeah, she did. Addie says, I left a teaching job in Thailand for teaching job in Taiwan, but left within 6 weeks. In Taiwan? Wow. I interviewed with a company in Taiwan, and they seemed very, very nice. I also worked with a girl that lived in Taiwan, and they seemed very, very nice. I've been to Taiwan. I've been to Taipei, and they were super nice. Faith says, be careful, buddy. I am. That's a lot of the discussion. This is why, let me tell you why I don't have to borrow money from people for everyday living. Okay. Because I use the travel fund, the money that we make from on PayPal and super chats. You can tell me I'm wrong, or you can think I don't, or whatever, but it stays in that fund. It doesn't. It doesn't go anywhere. So I live off of my salary and that AdSense. That used to be plenty to live off of, but now AdSense is doing $200 and $300 a month, and like that's why I said these weekend live streams. I said, let's just set a goal instead of everybody worrying about challenges and that kind of thing. Let's just make $100 every weekend via PayPal. And if we can do that, then the channel will continue, because I will be able to travel and bring you guys more up-to-date information and the whole 9 yards. Have you seen the Sick Buffalo t-shirt? Buffalo has his head wrapped up and it's on an IV drip. I haven't seen that. But to your point, Fabe, of being careful, I really was. And this is why I can go to, for a weekend, I can go to Pattaya. I can go there, and I can go to Jomtien, or I could go to Chonburi. I could go to Wahan, where you guys have seen the videos from. I can go to these places because mentally, I'm not going to spend anything that I don't have to. If I have extra money, it usually goes into savings. If I have, every once in a while, I might splurge a little, that kind of thing. But I don't have a problem with going to Pattaya, or, I live here in Bangkok. I don't have a problem splurging on spontaneous, spontaneous transactions where I see something that I like and I didn't plan to get it, and I buy it anyway. Very rarely does that happen. It would have to be like a super good deal. And I apply that same concept to women and relationships. Like, I expect very, very little, and my acceptance level is way, way up here somewhere. So I expect very little, but I accept a lot. That it really is. Hey, Rupert, good to see you, man. Let's see. Mr. Sammy Buka says, what's the visa overstay penalty in Thailand per day right now? Yep, that's right, Rupert. About 500 baht a day, 20,000 max. And you got blacklisting that comes in there too. I believe 1 week, 1 month, and 3 months, I think. And that coincides with 1 year, 3 years, and there might be a 10-year one, but there's also a lifetime ban Thailand has as well. Addie John said, a guy in Jomtien wears a t-shirt which says free breakfast for a lady who stayed with me tonight. Made me laugh because he wore it every day. Desperado shirt. That's stuff like that's funny. Stuff like that is definitely funny. So, but that's what's been going on, guys. We talked about the amnesty and kind of where that is right now, which the correct answer is we don't really know where that is right now. And then we also talked about my no longer Thai girlfriend situation. I'm looking forward to meeting a new Thai girl very soon. And then we talked about how cumbersome, for lack of probably a better term, it can be to actually have a job in Thailand, because there are many things that go on behind the scenes, and that's what happens. Prep Force says only cool people hit the like button. Yes, if you are cool, hit the like button. That's for sure, because during this stream we have not made anything, so like button would be great. Brian Nichols, no rich girl will want you. Well, duh. Like, I'm not expecting a rich girl to like me or want me. I'm just expecting not to get taken by a girl. So, anyway, I put everything up that you guys wanted to know, probably needed to know about what happened with the relationship, why there's no more relationship, and as you can see, I'm not I'm not stressed about it at all. And secondly, want to make sure you guys understood a little bit about the working over here in Thailand, because I'm starting to get a lot more younger audience, and they're asking me a lot about teaching in Thailand. Eddie says, "Why do I love Thailand? The names of shops and bars so funny." There are some funny names, that's for sure. Hello, Mr. K. Good to see you, man. Carl K says, "Some Tradcon what may call me bitter or even nihilistic. I've learned enough from dating and marriage to prove I'm a realist. Enjoy them as a complement to your life, but never ever the focus." And you know what, man? I'm pretty much on that same field, that like level playing field with you. The only difference I have in that statement really is the focus part. Like, I kind of enjoy focusing on a girl when I'm with her sometimes, most of the time. But I know what you're saying. If you're a guy that's not going to get married, not going to settle down, not going to do a lot of things, then, you know, keep your focus on making yourself a better person, and finding out what you did that was wrong, finding out what you could have done better, and that kind of thing. That's where my integrity comes in, and that's why I can I can always say my integrity speaks for itself. That's one reason I have a YouTube channel here, and I say all these people. Most people would say you don't have anybody. Well, maybe not, but the people that do come to this channel usually leave happy with a smile on their face most of the time, and I do that because it's important for me to communicate with people, and it's important for me to share a bank of knowledge. How big that bank is up to you to decide. You can decide how smart I am about Thailand or how dumb I am about Thailand. But all I'm going to tell you is my life experience, and I'm going to tell you facts from other things I've seen and stuff that I read that are legit here in Thailand. So I don't know anything else I could do any better to try to fill that gap. And it says people live false lives and pretending to be happy, but in reality they are jealous that I had the guts to find joy in life. 100%. You know, meeting up, keeping up with the Joneses is a very bad idea. Very bad idea. And pretending to be happy is one of the most miserable states of mind you will probably ever find yourself in. Carl says, Eddie, I think some men are, not to sound pompous, but I enjoy peace, quiet, and freedom that only a single man has. I see life as an adventure and not to take things so seriously. Women make that difficult. I can't disagree with that. Again, I'm not exactly in the same place you are, Carl, but I understand where you're coming from. I really do. Fabe says, JC, keep being you as long as you are happy. Thank you, Fabe. And life is an adventure. That's for sure, Eddie. And we learn things. We learn a lot of things around here. When it comes to dealing with women, when it comes to dealing with finances, when it comes to dealing with when it comes to dealing with life, one of the best things you can do is become a traveler. I'm telling you. Even if you just take a year off of your life and travel around the world, if you could afford to do something like that, maybe you're a minimalist and can afford that. I'm telling you, a well traveled person will likely always have the upper hand on a non well traveled person simply because their brain is more adapted to um, accept change quicker and not look for the differences, but rather focus on the similarities and make those similarities stronger. That's what people that travel tend to do. That's been my experience with meeting people that tend to travel. So, you know, just remember, I'll keep you guys posted. I'll try my best to have a live stream tomorrow, but honestly, I may just lay here and sleep all morning. I don't know. Carl says, with all that said, I'd consider dating a Southeast Asian woman over a Western. And I'm gonna remove that because I don't want that one word in there. But it's all good. Let me remove that real quick. Don't take it personal, Carl. So if you guys have any more questions or comments that you want to put in the chat, now would be the time. If we could get 2 thumbs up, we can get 30 likes. That would be great. Last weekend was a very good weekend monetarily for the channel. We made about $250, which I did not expect. Actually made, about $250. And we're just cruising, hoping for a $100 weekend. And like always, so I just put that out there. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not really that concerned about it at this point because I'm pretty much living a minimalist lifestyle right now. So it's all good, man. Rick Matt says women typically date the same type of guys as the last one. Anyone feel they date the same type of woman and expect they change? You make a good point there. You make a good point. And sometimes you have to realize that pattern is unhealthy when you date somebody that just like the last one and expect to change. That's basically insanity. It's basically doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So you have to change something to fix it. Carl says, no worries, mate. Red pill's off consistent. Yep, it is. It will be. Not that I care, but YouTube will care. Eddie says, my niece wants to visit me in Thailand when I move back. She is only 19, but knows I have been overseas living life. That'd be cool. Have a family member come over. Harled says, get some sleep. Jeremy Hard, week of lessons coming up, man. That's for sure. That's for sure. But I know we got a 4-day weekend also, which I'm very excited about. One of those 4 days I'm going to spend sleeping. Just sleeping. That's all. So with that being said, guys, I will let you get back to your night or day wherever you are. I very, very much appreciate you guys coming into the chat today. Roger, very good to see you back, man. All my moderators, Robert, and I think Mike has a wrench. Thank you guys tremendously. Rupert, good to see you. Very good to see you. And Fabe says, take care, be safe and healthy. You know I will. And I want you guys to do the same. So don't forget, channel members. If you're not a channel member or want to be, you can hit the join button below the video and it'll tell you about the perks you get. The only thing it doesn't tell you about is the email address. You get a DoMoreLife .life or get a at DoMoreLife.life email address. So exactly. Cheers to the family, the DoMoreLife family. I love you guys. I mean it. Thanks for a very good conversation. And Roger, it was great to have you back, bro. And with that being said, I'll just say this. This travel is still dedicated to travel, fun, education, and I'm missing one. Travel, fun, photography, and education. I messed up. Whatever you do today, guys, please find a way to do more life. I will see you probably tomorrow, but not definitely. Take care, guys.